Do not spend another dollar on marketing without a CRM system. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 reasons why you need it. Hey, I'm Kyle Milan, CEO and founder of Milan Media, and I spend most of my days in a CRM system, whether it's our own internal system or for clients, optimizing it, building out campaigns and strategies, and the CRM is what keeps me sane. Number 1, organization. How could you possibly know anything about your marketing, your business, your sales, or what is or is not working without having things organized in a system? If you're out there trying to go from 0 to a couple million, or trying to take your business from 10 million to 100 million, you have to have your data in a centralized location. That's where the CRM comes in. Customer relationship management. The best one out there, in my opinion, we have used every single one here at Milan Media, is HubSpot, because it's a low entry point to get into. It can scale with you. We're a platinum partner, but we are a partner with Salesforce. We've worked with numerous clients that have that. Pardot, Marketo, Zoho, Apollo, Microsoft Dynamics 365. We worked in all of them, and it all comes back to ease of use. When you're implementing a CRM system, it's all about adoption of your current employees into the system. So what that means is how many people are actually going to use it. Companies always come out with new systems and say, hey, employees, you have to use this. But if you get too much friction and too much drag, then the employees aren't going to use it. If they don't use it, then you've got basically an organized pile of bad data. So you have to make sure that the system is easy to use. Everybody's going to want to use it. It's low drag on their time, and that when you go into it, you can easily find what it is that you're looking for. So that's where HubSpot comes into play with different hubs, whether it's sales hub, marketing, content, service, or operations. Everything's broken down into different areas. Depending on what you need and what's most important to you, you would sign up for that hub, and you can get it started as little as $5 to $15 a month for starter packages and go all the way up to multiple thousands, depending if you're an enterprise customer or not. But that's the cool thing about it, is that if you're just getting started, you can use the free version. It can keep all your data in a centralized location. As you want to start using the tools to do outbound marketing, outbound activities, connected to chats, etc., then you can start to upgrade and increase your hubs. And they've got monthly payments, so it makes it very easy and affordable for people that are just starting out. The second thing is going to be metrics and tracking. So now you've got all your data organized in a centralized location. How are you tracking it and measuring your performance of your marketing against the dollars that you're spending? And dollars doesn't mean literal dollars. It could just be time. If you're just getting started and you're starting to use most of your resources, 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, whatever it is, into doing outbound marketing activity, the time is money. And you want to make sure that where you're investing your time is going to have a positive ROI. And so if you're not tracking the metrics in those different verticals, so for example, if you're spending a lot of time on social, but you don't get any leads from social and no deals, and impressions are up and your followers are up, but you're not getting actually any ROI from it, then maybe after 3 to 6 months of doing that, you would want to make an adjustment and say, well, this is great for brand lift and this is great for engaging with people. It's not actually resulting in dollars. And that's really all that matters at the end of the day, is it making you money? So it's less about vanity metrics and more about actionable things like deals and closing and winning those deals. So by properly setting up all of your channels and your metrics and putting the tracking on your website and pixels from different areas, whether it's social, Google Tag Manager, ad campaigns, etc., you're able to bring all that information into a centralized location, run reports and say, hey, how many leads did I get last month? How many deals came from those leads? How many did they convert? What's the quality of it? And then how many did I win? Even if your sales process, let's say you're sitting there and you're like, dude, but my sales process is 6 to 9 months. That's fine. It's even more important for you to track all this information, because as those deals do drop, if they're higher dollar, where you're talking 5, 6, 7-figure deals, then you want to make sure you can attribute that revenue back to the original source to then justify why you need to be spending money on those verticals. Got to have your metrics and tracking all together, and then you have to be reviewing it, because if it's not measured, it's not managed. And if you have the information there but you're not actually looking at it, then it's just a waste of time. And then lastly, inbound and outbound marketing. Everything can be done through a centralized CRM system like HubSpot. You can do all of your inbound stuff where you're getting lead capturing, downloadable content, chat features, etc. So people that are coming to you. And then on the outbound side, whether it's email marketing, paid media, all of that stuff where you're trying to go out to the market and bring people into you with outbound strategies, all that is done through a centralized place. And again, by having the first 2 steps done, you can then measure the performance and then determine where do you want to focus your marketing attention on next. Should you go more into paid media? Well, let's look at it. Google's saying that I converted 52 people last month, but when I bring it into HubSpot, I'm showing that I actually only got 48 of those because some of them dropped off. Okay, that's a good starting point. But if out of those 48, 30 of them are unqualified for some reason, they're not a good fit, they're not your ideal customer profile or ICP, there's some reason why they aren't a fit for you, then you have to be able to track that. So out of those 48, you only have 18 left over. If you have a 50% close rate, you're down to 9 closing. Depending on your average deal size, that could justify your ad spend. So if you spent $5,000 on those ads and you closed 9 deals at $1,000 a piece, you're looking at a $4,000 profit side. Maybe that's good for your business. I would say that's not really ideal. You want to have a multiplier of at least 3 to 5 times ad spend. So if you're spending $5,000, you want to have a minimum of $15,000 return in closed deals and north of there. So 3 to 5 times is kind of like the starting point. Clients that have 15, 20, 25x ROAS, which is return on ad spend. And that's really the North Star and where you want to go towards, but you won't be able to know that if you're not tracking everything in a centralized location. So now that I've laid out the different areas that you want to focus on, and I told you that you can get in for free or for a low dollar amount of $15, $20 a month across all hubs on HubSpot, then you, just by spending a small amount of monthly dollars, you would prevent yourself from losing and wasting thousands of dollars a month. Again, you're starting with the organizational aspect of it, which you can do for free. Then you're getting to the metrics and the tracking. You need to know what's working in your marketing. This can all do it in a centralized system. And even if you're like, I don't love HubSpot, okay, fine. Pick one that can do all of these things. At a minimum, you have to have organization and tracking. And then thirdly, outbound and inbound marketing. All of your activities can be done through a centralized place. HubSpot does it best. Other systems are okay at it, but you really want to go after somebody that can grow with you. And that's why we typically recommend HubSpot. So if you guys are out there looking for a solution, check that out first. Do your own research. You may find something that's a little bit cheaper or better for your target demographic or the market that you're serving. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this content. You're really thinking about implementing a CRM system. Check HubSpot out. If you did get value, share it with somebody that you know. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Follow me on LinkedIn. Make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one.